Hi, I'm Christopher Avery, and I am answering a question today from the responsibility community. So Matthias from Wiesbaden, Germany writes, Hi, Christopher. 2 weeks ago, I did my first interactive workshop about the responsibility process. I must say that I'm still surprised about the feedback of the attendees. I read that I went, uh-oh. He said, I didn't expect it to be this successful. So thanks for the inspiration and the encouragement in your book to teach the responsibility process to others. And he has a big smiley. He says, during the workshop, there was one question asked several times that I'm unable to answer. The attendees wondered about the colors of the different states in the poster of the responsibility process. Is there any concept behind the decisions made, which states to do in red, green, or is this just by accident? He says, I know you might be quite busy dealing with more important questions, but maybe you'll be able to drop me a short note on this to bring some light. Best regards and thanks again. And then he adds, the responsibility process has turned into one of my most important and powerful tools in my life. Best regards, Matthias. So Matthias, this is for you and for everybody who is wondering. So first of all, as you may or may not know, we have gone through an exercise in growth and change. Last year, I started building a new business team with a new greater sense of purpose and vision. In January, we acquired the URL responsibility.com and soon after changed our company name from PartnerWorks Inc., which we had been for 20-some years, 28 years, I think, to the Responsibility Company. And a huge creative rebranding effort has begun. So if you're following along, you know that things look very different today than they did previously. And hence, we have a new responsibility process poster and graphic. So here's the old one that Matthias was asking about, and here's the new one. So the old one has been around for most of 2 decades. It's been translated into 20-some languages. And I imagine that this graphic will be around for a very long time. We're not trying to expunge it. But with change comes new ideas, and we've got a fabulous creative director, and he is exploring new ways to illustrate the responsibility process. So you can download the new poster right now. Just go to our solutions page, I believe is the place at responsibility.com. And you don't even have to opt in. All you have to do is find the image of the poster. There's a little line under it that says click to download, and you'll download a PDF of the poster in English. The cool thing about that is that it has the summary teaching points on the back, just as has always been the case with downloading any of the language versions of our poster. So Matthias, the colors came from when I was first introduced to the poster. So years ago, when I was introduced to this, it was not called the responsibility process. It was called the responsibility flip chart, or just responsibility. And it was taught in a program called Money and You. And they only had lay, blame, justify, and responsibility on the flip chart, but they taught the whole seminar with flip charts just like I do today, no PowerPoints, and big, fat, bold markers. And the promoter of that seminar was Bill McCarley. Bill McCarley, you will see, if you want to see about Bill, go to the About page, About Us page at responsibility.com. So Bill is my mentor. He's the father of the research, what I call the research program on the responsibility process. And in his office, and I've been in his office hundreds of times, is hanging a chart that I can only guess is 25 years old, but it is flip chart paper. and it has these words on it in these colors. And so I always kept them. And here's what they mean to me. They mean different things to different people, but here's what they mean to me. Society teaches us that we should not blame and make excuses. So those items are in the red: blame and justify. Society does reward us for beating ourselves up and for doing what we're supposed to do, even if we're not happy about it. So we give those a green light according to society. They're in green. Blue just feels like a really good solid color for responsibility. So that's the difference. The blame and justify are in red because society says we shouldn't do those things, even though we still do. And even though we get plenty of rewards for doing so, we get to be righteous, we get to be a victim, we get to say that they're wrong, we get to be innocent, all of those things. But then the green ones are where professionals live. We were raised to be good people, and good people beat themselves up for making mistakes, and good people do what they're supposed to do, even if they despise it. So that's why the color differences. If you download a copy of this one, you're going to see you're going to see dashed lines that don't show here between each of the levels, but right between justify and shame, you're going to see a solid line, a thin little solid line there to show that difference. So love to hear your thoughts about this. I'm going to go on and share a couple of other things with you. So I'm going to, in order to do this, I'm going to share my screen with you. So we also have a new explainer video that's at responsibility.com. And last week I put a post on LinkedIn saying here's a new explainer video for the responsibility process. Very similar script to the old explainer video, fresh look, new site, etc. And this has got a tremendous amount of play now. And I just want to call attention that Marud Cesarelli, my friend in Sweden, writes, I will forever remember the original design. Any particular reason you have put denial and quit on the right side while everything else is kept on the left? And I answered, thank you, Malud. I'm sure that design will be floating around out there for decades to come. Quit has always been to the right of shame and obligation. We move denial as a reminder that we enter the responsibility process at lay blame, so denial is assumed. Malud says, Christopher Avery, I'm sure it will be too. Thanks for the clarification. She says, I'm going to need your new business card now because I do carry one in my wallet. So if you're not aware of this, for since about 2004 or 5, I have had the responsibility process graphic on the back of my business card. And I give them out by the hundreds when I speak at conferences and other places, and encourage people, if they want, to carry it with them as a reminder. And I am always excited when someone stops me somewhere, usually at a conference, a workshop, a training, an event, and says, oh, let me show you, and they reach in their pocket or purse and they pull out their wallet and they say, I've been carrying this for so many years. So thank you, Malud, for reminding me of that. I said back to, and then Mikhail says, can only agree with Malud. The original design will always pop up in my mind. Actually did so today in my ICF ACC training. But I also like the new design, a bit Scandinavian, cool. So Mikhail, thank you for introducing the responsibility process to students in your workshops. And I said, oh, it's so nice to get the love and nostalgia for the original design. I'll tell our creative director who designed it. And Safe says excellent. And Jada from Agility Scales says, fantastic new design and videos. Christopher, the responsibility perspectives you aptly share are so useful and valuable in life and at work. Wishing you continued success with introducing this to more people. So thank you, Jada. One more thing I want to share with you, and that is you can find the explainer video at responsibility.com. On the solutions page, you can contact us. All of our emails, well, most of our emails are on the About Us page. You can contact me at hello@responsibility.com with your questions or with other things that you'd like us to produce videos on. And we are making a very concerted effort to support the do-it-yourself community, people who want to talk about and teach and study responsibility without paying us money for our products or services. To be part of the community, just come to responsibility.com, scroll to the bottom of the page, and make sure that you're on our news and announcements list. We will treat you with the special care that we treat all of our community members. So hope that answers your question, Matthias, and I look forward to coming back to you soon with another one of these responses to your questions. So long.